Hello and welcome. This is Noah with Nomad Gaming, and thank you for joining us for this gameplay session of the Marvel Champions LCG. Marvel Champions is a living card game produced and distributed by Fantasy Flight Games. Before we jump into today's challenge, please do us a favor and take a moment to press that like button and subscribe to the channel to get updated when we post our new hero reviews, strategy videos, and gameplay sessions. It's also a great way to support the channel for free. Today we are going to test out the Miss Marvel deck from our recent deck building video. If you haven't seen that video, click on the card to take a look. The deck list for today's video will be linked in the description, so without more delay, let's jump over to some gameplay. And as always, we've got ourselves loaded up on Octagon. We are going to put our hero into place over here. And we have not yet loaded up our scenario yet. We do have our deck loaded. We'll go ahead and give it a shuffle with you guys on camera so that there is all clarity as to what we've done. Actually, let's put all these into the deck and shuffle. We'll do that. Then we'll draw a new fresh hand in just a minute. Alright. We had not yet chosen a scenario to play against. We are going to load. It was suggested that from our last gameplay video that things went a little bit too smoothly with our standard play on Rhino. I would like to have an opportunity to show how this deck works and to check it out a little bit, but we do want to put ourselves to a little bit of a test. So today we are going to give ourselves a shot with, let's do Klaw. I really do enjoy playing against Legions of Hydra, but I think that might be a little bit much to bite off right away. Let's try something easy-ish on the first string through here. We're going to go with Klaw, Bomb, Scare. We will play Expert, Heroic 1. And looks like we're going to zoom a little bit here. Alright. So, here's our setup. We've got to search the encounter deck for a Defense Network side scheme and put it into play. So, let's look at all cards and take a peek at our side schemes. Defense Network is right there. And the Defense Network comes into play with one additional threat per player, so that is 3. We are going to advance to Stage 1B. Stage 1B has the discard cards from the encounter deck until you reveal a minion. So let's see. We need to give visibility so we can see what we're discarding. We've got False Alarm, Illegal Arms Factory, and Hydra Bomber. Alright, Hydra Bomber comes out and says, put that minion into play engaged with the first player. So he is in play, engaged with us. And then we have a Klaw setup when revealed. We're going to deal with the Immortal Klaw, reveal it, and shuffle the encounter deck. So we're going to find the Immortal Klaw in our deck now. That is another side scheme. And we will put that into play. And it is 3. Alright. We've got the Immortal Klaw. We've got a Defense Network. We have Underground Distribution. The Klaw is ready. Our Hydra Bomber is here, and it is now our turn to get set up. We have shuffled the deck, and we will now draw to our hand size of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in our starting hand, we have a Bruno, which is decent, and a bunch of events. We could use this sneak by on the first turn to clear off the Immortal Klaw. So we will probably hold on to that. Let's get rid of these other 4 though and draw for our mulligan. And let's see, we have it in Big N. We don't really want to spin that, but I don't think we're going to get it on the table first turn. The Nova would be nice to get out first turn, but that would mean that we cannot put out or play our sneak by. We got to sneak by. We don't want to have the acceleration from this stacking up while we're trying to get things set up. We are going to be able to Teen Spirit for another card. But without any more delay, let's go ahead and start. We will Teen Spirit first. We're going to discard from the top of our deck until we get a alter ego card or a a Miss Marvel card. We get Amir Khan, and I'm going to immediately play Amir Khan. Amir is going to discard Helicarrier to pay for, and then we are going to immediately use Amir to draw another card. Let's look at all the cards in our discard pile. I think we're gonna put back. I want to put back Big Hands, so that goes to the bottom of our deck, and we draw a new card. We get Red Dagger. Alright, so now we're going to sneak by, and that's going to leave us with a couple of cards in hand. I think we need to sneak by twice. So let's flip. We're going to sneak by, and we're going to pay for that with Red Dagger and Nova. I'm going to exhaust to bring it back to my hand. The sneak by removes all the threat from the Immortal Klaw. Immortal Klaw goes to the discard pile. And then this is a tough decision because I like Bruno a lot. He lets us store up cards to get in further into the game, but that Embiggen's going to be pivotal to what we need to do for the rest of the game. So I think we're going to spend Embiggen and Wiggle Room to play Sneak By a second time. And Sneak By is going to remove 3 threat from Defense Network, which removes that from play. And we're going to keep the Embiggen, so we will pass our turn, draw up to our hand size, and get ourselves set up for an interesting next turn. We are going to villain phase, advance the threat by 1. We have Klaw, and he is going to attack. He gets a forced interrupt of an additional boost card, so we'll put 2 boost cards on the table and reveal those. The boost cards here, we've got 0, and Weapons Runner comes into play engaged with us. We're going to take 1 damage from Klaw. We're also going to take a damage from Hydra Bomber, and we are also going to take a damage from Weapons Runner. In counter cards, we have 1 for our regular, and then we're going to do a second one for our heroic mode. And our first card is going to be Master Plan. There are no side schemes in play because of our great work on our first turn, but that means that we have to discard from the deck, and I don't know if there are any more side schemes in the deck right now. We may go all the way through the deck to find, it does say discard, right? Yep. That's going to be rough. Our first turn that was so good is now going to be an epic problem for us. I guess we do have Bomb Scare, so there we go. We found a Bomb Scare. It comes into play with 3 threat, 2 + 1 per player. It has an acceleration icon, and that is no fun. Revealing our second card, attached to Klaw, he gains Retaliate 1. We can spend 1 resource of each kind to get rid of that. We're going to need to remember that Retaliate 1. But since we won't be attacking him for a couple of turns, I think we might be okay. Alright, pass the turn over to us. And in hero phase, we are going to immediately Nick Fury and see what we pull out. So we'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nick. We get draw 3 as the choice we'll make. 1, 2, 3. We got another sneak by. We're going to use Nick to attack and kill the Weapons Runner. He takes 1 consequential damage for that. We are going to sneak by. We will pay 1, 2 to remove 3 threat from a scheme. Get rid of Bomb Scare. We're going to thwart for 1 and pass turn. Alright, draw back up. We draw Get Behind Me, Wiggle Room, Power of Protection, and another Get Behind Me. We do have the option to cancel some stuff this turn. That'll be great. We do have Nick Fury in play. Probably not for long. I'm going to defend Klaw's attack with him. But if he takes that attack, that'll leave us some buffer on Miss Marvel to take an attack instead of having to deal with a when revealed card that could end the game for us. So our attack's going to come in. We're going to deal ourselves 2 boost cards. We will defend with Nick Fury and reveal our boost cards. Boost card 1 is a Hydra Bomber with 1 boost icon. Boost card 2 is Home by Dawn with 2. That gives us 4 total attack. We have 3 total defense with 1 damage already, so Nick Fury is discarded. We will take an attack from Hydra Bomber undefended, going up to 4 damage on Miss Marvel, and then we will deal out 2 encounter cards, 1 for our standard turn and 1 for our heroic mode. The first one we reveal is Shadows of the Past. Shadow of the Past is going to bring out our set-aside Nemesis card. So let's put all this onto the table and sort out what stays and what goes. Alright. We're going to get our Nemesis engaged with us, Thomas Edison. We are going to, for some reason, we're going to have our card aligned the wrong way, and I don't seem to be able to rotate it at the moment, but that's fine. We'll just stick it up here and we know what it's doing. It's going to have 2 threat per player on it, and when revealed, discard the top card of each player's deck for each ally and persona support in play. And we are going to get an extra encounter card per turn, so we're going to discard 1 card from the top of our deck. That's Big Hands. And then these 3 are going to shuffle into our encounter deck, put them into the deck, shuffle it up, and that's enough of that. So, next, we reveal Armored Guard. So this is going to make it hard for us to go over to our alter ego mode for the time being. Edison does 3 scheme and he can't be damaged while we have other minions in play. We've got 2 minions in play that are going to take quite a bit of work to get rid of. And the scheme is going to continue to add more boost cards or more encounter cards, which is going to bring out more minions. So we're going to need to deal with both of those things. We do have a wiggle room in hand for next turn's attacking, and nothing to cancel. I guess we could have canceled the when revealed on Shadows of the Past. That's probably a better decision, actually, but it is too late for that. Alright. That's going to prove to be probably our fate, but we will go ahead and see how things shake out. We have literally nothing we can do in our hand. We're going to have to risk it. We're going to have to flip. Let's flip. Let's heal. Let's Bruno. Not Bruno, let's Amir. We are going to put a energy on the bottom of our deck. And we will draw Energy Barrier. That's helpful for future turns. We're going to activate Teen Spirit. We'll find the Polymer Suit. And suddenly things are looking up for us. So we're going to play the Energy Barrier. We're going to discard Power of Protection to do so. That's going to give us 3 reflection counters. We're going to play the Biokinetic Polymer Suit. That's going to let us pay for events. And we are going to embiggen and pass a turn. Alright, we are in alter ego mode. So we advance the scheme. It is not an acceleration icon, it's a boost icon. we are going to scheme now. And this is going to advance the scheme no matter what happens, but we had to do it to be able to try and get through the deck with more stuff. So, let's see. Scheming, add a boost card, so 2 plus he comes into play against us. That's going to be 2 threat. And we're going to add 1 threat. Then we're going to add 3 threat. That's going to advance the scheme. That says that we need to discard cards until we reveal a minion. Edison's Robot. Of course, we have Edison's Robot. And if we lose this one, we lose the game. We've got no threat. We've got 1 threat. We've got 1 threat. Alright. Encounter cards. 1, 2, 3. 1 for regular, 1 for heroic, and 1 for our side scheme. First one is exhaust each persona support in play, and the villain heals 1 damage. If no supports are exhausted, it gains surge. So Amir's exhausted. That's not bad. Second one, the villain schemes. Ooh, if we could only cancel that right now. Alright, villain schemes. Add a boost card for him. That's going to be 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, we've got some trouble going on up there. And the next one is this card gains surge. This card gains surge. And we get an armored guard. Alright. If ever we have been in trouble, it is now. So, let's take our turn. Alright, we do have a double boost. We can stun somebody, and then we can attack for 1. That'll clear off a tough. We have a haymaker, so we can clear 1 of the bad guys. Yeah, this is fun. Alright, let's see. So I need to... I think we can play both of those things. So we're going to play Mockingbird for 1, 2, 3. We will stun the villain. And we'll Kamala Khan, Teen Spirit. We get a Nakia. Nakia into play is essentially free, so we will play Nakia and discard. I guess we can't Haymaker and sneak by, and we have to sneak by for fear of getting threaded out. So we're going to reduce the cost of the next card we play by 1. We are going to flip. We are going to attack and remove a tough. Give ourselves a consequential damage. We're going to play sneak by for 1. And remove 3 threat here. And have we... Let's look at what we've got in our discard pile. Have we used 2 sneak buys? Yeah. Whew. Well, I think we should exhaust to get that back into our hand. And pass turn. Alright. Villain turn. Let's see if we can live through this. So we're going to advance the scheme by 1. He attacks, but he is stunned. Then we have attacks coming down the line. We have 3 health here, so we're going to take 1 damage from... Actually, we're not going to take the 1 damage one. We're going to take the 2 damage one eventually. So Alright. 1 damage. 1 damage. 1 damage. 1 damage. 2 attack. Defended. 2 damage into the discard. And 1 damage. Alright. Now we need to deal 3 encounter cards. 1, 2, 3. We shuffled the encounter deck, so we need to add an acceleration icon. Marker. Add acceleration. Alright, we've got 3 cards on the table. First one is Harvest. Exhaust each persona. Villain heals. There's nothing to heal. Villain attacks. Alright, villain gets 2 boost cards for an attack. Those 2 boost cards are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're in more trouble. We are in deep trouble. This is a red alert. We gain Surge because there are no support cards to exhaust. It is all support cards, right? Yeah. Alright, and we take 2 damage and Klaw heals, and that is a loss. Alright. With a loss, we're going to reset, try one more time on this, and then maybe we will break out a different deck, discuss a little bit of what I see with this gameplay. This is not the first game I've played with this deck, and to be honest, it is not shocking to me that we lost, but we would like to show the deck off a little bit, and then maybe show a little bit of success going forward. So let's give us a reset, and load. Our leadership deck, and let's go load villain, Klaw, bomb scare, expert, search. We're going to look at all cards for defense network. I'm going to put 3 threat on it. We're going to flip. We're going to start discarding until we can see a minion. Happy to see Master Plan gone. It ruined our great first turn last time. Hydra Bomber comes out, and then we need to get an Immortal Klaw out of the encounter deck, and I mean, it was a good first turn last time. I do think that we should have canceled when we loaded our leadership deck. Well, we'll play through. We did joke on the deck building stream that leadership wasn't good, but what I've found, or a good pairing for Miss Marvel, but what I've found is the leadership with the card draw engine is actually very effective with Miss Marvel. So let's go ahead and play with that for a minute and see what shakes out. We see we've got the starting hand here. We are going to mulligan. Let's get rid of Heimdall, lead from the front, Maria Hill, and draw 3 cards. We're getting rid of Maria because we can play her off of this make the call, and that is probably going to be a choice that we make in one of the first few turns. So let's start. We'll start with Teen Spirit, discard cards until we get a Ms. Marvel card. We have 2 of our Persona supports already. That is happy for me. I do want to make the call right now for Maria. Look at all cards, Maria. And to pay for Maria, we will do a strength. Put Maria into play. Maria draws us a card, which is a sneak buy, which is good for us. Let's see. We just discarded a strength in numbers, so I don't want to use this strength in numbers as a resource right now, so I will use Squirrel Girl as a resource. We'll play Nakia. We'll use Nakia to play Bruno. And we are going to thwart with Maria. And we'll probably, let's flip and thwart with Miss Marvel to get rid of Immortal Claw. And then, actually, before we flip, retcon, before we flip, we needed to use Bruno to put that strength in numbers down. We don't want to have it bogging up our hand, but we don't want to spend it yet, so we'll toss it under Bruno and draw an extra card, which is important. So, villain turn, we will advance the threat. Villain is going to attack. I'm going to take it undefended. He gets 2 boost cards. His boost cards are 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1. That's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not terrible because we heal for 5. We're going to do 2 encounter cards, 1 for normal mode and 1 for heroic. Discard an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Well, Bruno is storing cards for us, so Nakia, sorry, you have to go. And then, when revealed, take 2 damage, Klaw heals 2 damage. That pretty much guarantees that we're going to flip. We forgot to take our attack from the Hydra Bomber, so we are definitely flipping. At 8 damage, we are precariously close to death on our first turn, and we will take our second turn. Alright, for our second turn, let's... Do we have anything we have to do right now? We could remove all the threat from here. Probably not going to do that, though. So let's flip, let's exhaust, and heal 5 before we forget. Let's use Teen Spirit. We'll pull up a wiggle room. We're going to play Mockingbird for 1, 2, 3. Let's stash that sneak by for later. And let's threat 1 there with Mockingbird, give her consequential damage, and pass the turn. Alright, advance the threat. Villain's gonna scheme. Schemes with 1 boost icon, no boost icon, so that puts us up to 4 threat on our main scheme. 2 encounter cards. Oh, forgot Hydra Bomber schemes 2. That's +1. That's 5 total. Alright. When revealed, discard 1 card at random from our hand. Random discard Amir. That's a bummer. I like Amir. Second card, you are confused. If you are already confused, this card gains Surge. That's going to be rough for us later, but it's fine right now. Alright. This is good. We are in good position. Alright, hero phase. Let's show off what we can do. Let's discard a couple of cards until we get... That's Teen Spirit's activation. We get it in Biggin. Let's play Make the Call. Let's look at all cards. We're going to get Squirrel Girl into play off of Make the Call, and we'll pay for her with a Genius. And when Squirrel Girl enters play, she's going to deal 1 damage to everybody. We are going to use our action on Bruno to get cards back into our hand. We're only going to take the strength in numbers, though. We're going to play the strength in numbers. We're only playing the strength in numbers because, well, actually, we should take the sneak by. We're going to have to do it. Alright, sneak by 2. Let's play the strength in numbers. We'll exhaust 3 allies to draw 1, 2, 3 cards. And We're going to pay 1 with Lockjaw to play a Polymer Suit. We are going to flip. We're going to exhaust to thwart to remove our confused. We are going to... Well, that didn't work out right. Bummer. Mark this down for times that we've massively failed. We can't scheme... Well, we needed to do that to get rid of the confused, but we can't take away threat from the main scheme because defense network is still in play. And we didn't draw anything to help us get rid of it, so... let's see. I don't really want to use a big hands on a Hydra bomber. We could set up some stuff. We could just get rid of defense network. I guess that's what we'll do. We'll discard Avengers Tower and exhaust our Polymer Suit to pay for that. We'll get rid of defense network and shoot. I don't think we're going to be able to play the Embiggen anytime soon, so I'm going to discard Embiggen and big hands. And we will end the turn. Alright. Threat goes up by 1. That's advancing our scheme. That scheme puts a new minion into play, so let's discard until we find a minion. 3 assault for Hydra Bomber. And when Hydra Bomber comes out, we're going to take 2 damage and go to 2B. We're going to get attacked. We're going to take that attack undefended. It's got 2 boost cards. Those 2 boost cards are Evil Mercenary and 2. We're going to, that's attack for 3. We'll play Wiggle Room. That draws us a card and cancels 3 damage. So we take no damage, and then we're going to take attacks here, here, and here. So let's see, we're going to take 1 damage on Mockingbird. We'll take 1 damage on Squirrel Girl, and we'll take 1 undefended damage on Miss Marvel. I don't want to do that because they have to exhaust to take the damage. So we'll put all the damage on Miss Marvel. If we get attacked, we will defend as an emergency last resort. Alright, so 2 cards. First one, the villain schemes. That's not necessarily great. 2 plus 1 is 3. 3. And the card gains surge. Nope, the card, he gets attacked, sorry. So we're getting attacked. We got 2. We're going to have to defend. Let's defend with Maria. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maria is down. That leaves us with 2 minions, or 2 allies. Interesting decisions to make. Okay, advance to our turn. We're going to flip. We're going to heal. We have to clear this scheme so that we don't die to threat. And it would be great if we could clear a couple of minions. We'll use Teen Spirit and we'll get a big hands. We're going to play Nick Fury. And we are going to pay for Nick Fury with 1, 2, 3, 4. We will draw 3. We're going to strengthen numbers. 1, 2, 3. We will draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Going to make the call. We will look at all cards in our discard pile. With the make the call, we are going to get Maria Hill. Maria comes into play. Oh, we're going to pay with the power of leadership. We have to discard an ally, so we'll discard Mockingbird. We draw a card for Maria. I'm going to attack with Maria to get rid of the Hydra Bomber. We're not in hero mode. Okay, that's a bad idea. Alright, hold on. We're not in hero mode. We should thwart with her for 2 on the main scheme. And because we are not in hero mode, I'm going to play a helicarrier for 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to exhaust Bruno to tuck a sneak by and pass the turn. So we're going to go up by 5. If the boosts are not friendly to us, we are toast. Alright, we draw 4, 5, 6. We do have to put out an extra encounter card because we ran through the deck. Our deck. Alright. So the scheme advances 1. The villain schemes for 2 plus 1, that's 3. 1, 2, 3. And I think we're dead. 1, 2, 3. Yep, there we go. End of the line there. Alright, that's 2 fantastic losses for us in this Miss Marvel gameplay session. We are going to give us one more go on this and see how we do. Let's try to load the original protection deck back up. Alright, we've got the right deck loaded. And bring you guys back over here. Alright, let's get our villain. Load villain, Klaw, bomb scare, expert. We're going to look at everything, get a defense network. We've done this a couple of times already. We'll flip. We'll find a minion by discarding Armored Guard this time. He comes out with a tough. We're going to get the Immortal Claw out. And give it 3 threat. And then we will draw. We get 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, 2 energy barriers, a haymaker, and a sneak by. This is good. I'm keeping all that. I don't know if it's going to work out for us, but we're keeping it all. Alright, we're going to go Teen Spirit. Discard till we find a card to play. And flip. So that we can play that sneak by. I'm going to play the sneak by discarding an energy. We're going to remove 3 threat from Immortal Claw. I'm going to play an energy barrier. It comes into play with 3 counters. We'll pay for it with a genius, and I'm going to pay. Let's see, I will attack to get rid of the tough, and then I will pay 2 to haymaker and deal 3 damage to a minion. Alright, first turn done. Decent position. We got some defense up. He's got some defense up. We got some stuff going on. We're going to be able to sneak by again. I feel good about where we are. Alright, advance the threat by 1. Villain attacks. He gets 2 boost cards for attacking. First boost card is a star, which is if this deals damage, exhaust a hero. This is going to give us 2, 1, 2, 3, Total, we don't have anything to cancel that, so we take 3 damage and exhaust. We're going to take 1 regular and 1 heroic encounter card. First one is Klaw attacks you. If it does damage, place a threat on the main scheme. When he attacks, he gets 2 boost cards. Those boost cards are here. 1, 2. Engage with me. +1. He attacks for 2. And he adds a threat to the scheme. Second one, villain schemes. He's got 2 scheme plus a boost card. And his boost is 1. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Back to our turn. Oh, we do get to take, hold on, one of those damages didn't happen because it goes off of our reflective shield and back at Klaw. I like that. Alright, let's see. Alright, we're going to put a polymer suit into play. We'll discard the energy barrier for that. We're going to sneak by to get rid of that. Actually, we're going to keep the tackle. We'll get rid of Embiggen and use the energy barrier. I think we're good. Alright. We're going to hold the tackle. We're going to play that next turn before we flip. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll play that next turn before we flip. We do have a get behind me, which we should use aggressively here to cancel when revealed effect. We advance this scheme by 1, which advances to the next scheme. We're going to reveal or discard until we get another ally or minion. Little villain ally. Little minion there. Add a tough. Alright, with our tough we get an armored guard, and we are going to get attacked. So our first attack from Klaw, 2 boost cards to him. Boost cards pop out with 0 and 0. That's 1 damage. It's prevented by our energy barrier, and it goes back on. I can put it anywhere. Let's put it on weapons runner. And then we'll take weapons runner attacking. Can I do these attacks in any order, or do they have to go in the order that they came out? I'm going to do them in the order they came out because that's the least convenient for me, but I'm going to look up that rule later. Alright, so weapons runner attacks, that damage is cancelled and bounces back, and he is gone. And then armored guard attacks, and I take 1 damage. That is all for the attack round. We get 2 boost cards, or 2 encounter cards rather. First one, Klaw's going to attack. He's going to get 2 boost cards for his attack, and I'm going to take that undefended because we need to heal badly, and we die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she is done. Actually, wait a second. We need to do this. We're gonna retcon this because we need to. We don't usually retcon things, but you know we're not gonna play any different knowing what's coming out. We said we were gonna aggressively get behind me. Oh, that's not gonna help. Let's cancel. Dang it. Alright, so we've lost. 5 more damage puts us up to 10. Alright, that's 3 losses in a row, and that is about all a man can handle for one day. Let's try one more run through. A man can't just give up like that. Alright, we're gonna try one more run through with the leadership deck from our deck build and see if that deck can handle the Klaw and give us a win. And to do so, we need to load villain, Klaw, bomb scare, expert, loading up our stuff here, Defense network. Close and shuffle. Flip. Discard 1. Visibility, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Weapons runner is going to be in play against us. Look for an Immortal Klaw. Close and shuffle. 3 cards. Alright. First hand with this deck is objectively terrible. We're going to discard everything but the polymer suit. We need stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even worse hand. And we're going to start off in the hole. This is going to be rough, but we're going to go for it. Alright. Activate Teen Spirit. Find a Miss Marvel card. Noting that now all 3 of our strengthened numbers are in the discard pile. We are going to have to make some good decisions to survive through the deck at this point. Alright. Alright, Amir needs to be in play. So let's put Amir in play and pay for him with Heimdall. Then we're going to draw. We're going to put one of our strengthened numbers back on the bottom of our deck and draw a card. And I think we're just going to go Vision and see what shakes out of this. So we can't afford to get attacked, so we're going to stay in. Well, I guess we could get attacked because we could use Vision to defend the attack. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll flip. And we will attack Weapons Runner, take a consequential. We will thwart 1 and why we would throw 1 there. Let's thwart 1 there, and then if we get to thwart, if we get an event or a lightning or an energy icon next turn, we can use Vision to clear that. Alright, let's see what we draw. Oh, there's nothing in our discard pile to call. So we're going to discard that, and there we go. Alright. Still not good. Hand is terrible. Situation is worse. Threat advances. Villain attacks. We're going to take it undefended. Villain attacks for 3, 4, 5. And good thing we're going back to friendly confines of alter ego mode in a second. We got when revealed, exhaust each character we control unless we can spend 1 of each type. You know, our hand is so terrible, I'm going to do it so that we can heal. And then take 2 damage, heal 2 damage, and pass a turn. Alright. Yeah, this is ridiculous. So, flip, heal, 5 heal. We're going to do a Bruno. Let's look at all cards. What do we want to put back? Let's put back the Make the Call. I think that's fair. Amir helps us put that back, and then draw a card. We get to Make the Call. I'm going to discard the Power of Leadership as a light energy resource to choose Thwart. And 3. Oh, we forgot to add the extra threat last turn. Alright, that's gone. He takes a consequential damage. I will Teen Spirit just for the heck of it. It gets us a red dagger, which lets us play the Avengers Tower, so we'll do that and pass the turn. Alright, advance the threat by 1. We're going to get schemed on with 2 plus a boost of 0. That's going to set us up for precarious position, but we do have double sneak by. So if we can survive, we have a shot. Alright, first card is a Hydra Bomber. We'll take the damage. Second card is a Bomb Scare. We'll play some threat there. And pass turn. Alright. We are cooking with gas now. Kamala Khan, Teen Spirit. I think it's funny that Lockjaw's not a Kamala Khan or a Miss Marvel card, so we can't get him with Teen Spirit, but that's fine. I'm not going to get anything back, and I'm not going to use her stats, so we will heal and flip. Oh, wait, before we flip, we need to Amir. Let's look at all we got in our deck here, and I'm probably just going to put back the Power of Leadership. Yeah. No, we'll put back energy. It can be used for more than just leadership cards, and we'll draw a card. Alright, things are good now. Alright, we flip. We're going to make the call, and I think there's a Nick Fury in here. There is a Nick Fury in here. We'll pay for Nick Fury with Strength and Genius. That goes to our discard. Nick Fury comes out. We'll draw 3, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to thwart with Fury on Defense Network. And then we're going to sneak by. One, 2 to lower our threat on the main scheme, and we are going to Mockingbird for 1, 2, 3. We will stun Klaw. We're going to thwart for 1 and take a consequential. We will thwart for 1 and take a consequential. That discards vision. And that's the end of my turn. Alright. Passing turn. We are going to... We have to take an encounter card, which we'll leave right there, because we cycled through our deck. But in cycling through our deck, we have set ourselves up for some fun shenaniganry. So, I feel good about things right now. Alright, we're going to advance the scheme. We're going to get attacked, but he's stunned. We're going to get attacked and take 1 damage. We are going to draw, or not draw. Nope, not draw. We're going to take 2 more encounter cards. First one is Klaw attacks. If he deals damage, place 1 threat on the main scheme. So I plan on using the strength in numbers. Well, let's use it right now. Let's use, I don't know, strength in numbers. If I use strength in numbers, I can draw 2 cards right now. If I don't use strength in numbers, yeah, let's just defend with Fury. Alright, so 2 boost cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fury's discarded. That's discarded. Next. If Bomb Scare's play, if Bomb Scare's not in play, this gains Surge. Bomb Scare's not in play, so we Surge. We get an illegal arms factory. 4 threat on that bad boy. And we become confused. Alright. Alright. Game is on! Alright, back to our hero phase. So we're going to make the call. Actually, first we're going to thwart to get rid of our confused. Then we're going to flip. Then we're going to... Actually, before we flip. No, we're not going to flip. Alright. Let's get ourselves straight. We're not flipping. We did scheme. Then we're going to sneak by. Are we going to sneak by? To keep ourselves clear there. We'll take an extra one there. I want to make the call. We're making the call for Nick. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a ballsy play right there. Draw 3. Play Maria Hill. Draw 1. Play Strength in Numbers. Exhaust 3 to draw 3. Exhaust the Avengers Mansion to play Wonder Man, discarding Mockingbird. Heimdall paid for for our Wonder Man. We will attack with him for 3, discarding Avengers Mansion. Actually, before we do that, we will flip. Yep. Before we do that, we flip, and Bruno. We're going to put energy back. And draw a card. Then we will attack and discard the Avengers Mansion. Get rid of him. I'm going to discard Falcon. And pass turn. Alright. Alright, so we're going to take an extra card. We have +1 threat. He's going to scheme. He gets a boost card. 2 + 0 is 2. That gives him 6 there. We advance to the next scheme, which is going to fetch out a minion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hydra Bomber. Hydra Bomber comes out. We'll take the damage. And then we deal cards. We got one for regular, 1 for heroic, and 1 for our side scheme. We're gonna get a armor guard, retaliating claw, and we'll get attacked. We'll defend with fury. 2 boost cards, 1, 2. That's 4 damage. Fury's done, and our turn is done. Hero phase it is. Alright. Let's get some hot Nick Fury action in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Kamala Khan, Bruno. actually. I just wanted to make the call. Strength in numbers. We're gonna flip. Put that back. Misclick there. Alright, we flipped to Miss Marvel with a handful of craziness, and we need to get to work. So we are going to I want to clear that scheme. Alright, best way to do this, let's see. I sort of wish I had to make the call in hand right now, but I do not. I'm not going to pay all of my hand to draw 2 more cards, so it's red dagger for 1, 2, 3. I'll exhaust him to get rid of this guy. Then we're going to exhaust her to remove 1 threat from there. We will sneak by. For 2. And remove 3 threat from there. When we played the red dagger, we discard the Wonder Man. No. We'll discard the Maria. Alright. And I'm going to discard the Polymer Suit to draw more cards and pass turn. Alright. Fun stuff, fun stuff. Feeling good, feeling good. Alright. Scheme advances. We're going to get attacked. I'm going to defend with Nick. 2 boost cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nick's in the discard pile. I get 1 attack from there. I will put that on Miss Marvel. We will draw 2 encounter cards. First one is an attack. I'll take it undefended. Get 2 boost cards. It's going to do 1, but I'll wiggle room to cancel the damage and draw cards so that we don't advance the threat at all. And then we get an Immortal Klaw, which takes 3 threat. That's fine. We flipped through the deck at some point, so we're gonna we added 2 threat at the beginning of the turn. I'm pretty sure we need to mark our acceleration. Alright. But that's the turn. That's us. Back to us. Alright, here we go. We're gonna Squirrel Girl without hesitation using strength. And Squirrel Girl is gonna deal 2 damage. Or deal 1 damage to everything. So 1 there and 1 there. And I'm going to attack discarding Hawkeye to get rid of Armored Guard. And then I'm going to sneak by with a Genius to remove all the threat from Immortal Klaw. Then I'm going to scheme. Oh, he should have 2 damage now. To get rid of all the threat on our main scheme. And I will pass the turn. Staying in hero form. I feel good about this. Alright. We advance 2 threat. Villain's going to attack. He gets 2 boost cards. I'm going to defend that with Squirrel Girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Squirrel Girl's gone. We take 2 encounter cards. First one is another attack. I will take that with Mr. Wonderman. And Wonderman 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's dead. And Illegal Arms Factory is back out on the table. Alright, my turn. Let's see what we can do with some damage around the table here. Alright, we're going to look at all cards. We're going to, having made the call, we will bring out Nicholas Fury. And he's going to cost 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to draw 1, 2, 3. That puts an extra encounter card out on the table. That goes to the discard pile. This is here. We'll strengthen numbers. To draw 2. And we're gonna sneak by for 2. I will actually, yeah, I'm not gonna get that back. Actually, I will get it back. I'm not gonna flip. Alright. We got 2. We'll play it again for 2. Clear all the threat off of there. And pass turn. Alright. Threat advances by 2. We've made literally no progress on advancing this, by the way. At the moment, we are in such a deep hole, it's not even funny. Alright. We're sort of stabilized, but we're not making progress. So we'll take 2. He's going to attack for 2. We're going to defend that with Fury. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fury's gone. We're going to get 2, 3 more cards out onto the table. And first one. Villain attacks. That's not hard. We're defending. 0, 1, 2. Red dagger's gone. Minion in play. Add a tough. Nope. Surge and reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Surge and reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Klaw attacks you. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a minion. Well, we were doing good at being stable. We are not doing good at being stable now. Alright, these guys have to go before we can damage Klaw anymore. This stuff has to be managed still. We have no way to manage anything in our hand, and that's just fantastic. So, let's start with our basic make the call for Nick Fury. We'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 cards drawn. We will exhaust Avenger's Tower and pay a Helicarrier to play Wonder Man. We have to flip and heal because we can't handle all that damage. And we're going to Teen Spirit. And we will Amir Khan. Put back a Genius. Draw a card. Do we have any other? We may as well. We may as well do this. We can Red Dagger from the graveyard. Alright, we'll Red Dagger from the graveyard, and then we'll see where this is going to leave us. We've got Red Dagger from the bin. Alright, we're going to thwart. We're going to attack. That's the best I can do. Alright, let's see what we get. Over to the villain's turn. Advance the threat on the main scheme. The villain schemes for 2 plus 2. That's 4. That's game. So we lose again. Alright, well, that's a rough play session. We're going to try to come back. Maybe revisit the deck building here. I know our friend Steve over at Beat the Game has suggested a deck that we could use. Maybe we'll put that deck together and bring that out for us next week. Klaw's sort of my nemesis. I don't beat Klaw very often, so maybe we'll play against a different scheme to have a little bit of fun and try something different. But I really appreciate everybody here joining us for today's gameplay session. If you, of course, like the video or enjoy the content, please like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't seen our deck building session or our hero review, please check those out. One of those will pop up here on screen for you as an option. And until next time, let's go game.